I'm Vincent Connors. I'm an artist in Napa Valley. I work out of Devaux Ranch studio in the Carneros region. I decided to start Devaux Ranch studio to communicate this space, this place, the experience of being here and creating here. The ranch life, the barns and the vineyards. You know, I want to give a little piece of that to my viewers. When I start, I maybe have an impression of what the feeling of the painting is going to be. I'm trying to move towards that feeling. The hardest part is starting. I always tend to start kind of like in this area. I had always thought the artist needs to have that inspiration to kind of wait around for that kind of aha moment. I feel like I want to start with a bright, warm color, and then things tend to get lighter. But when I was younger, I read a Chuck Close quote, which has really stuck with me, where he says, you know, inspiration is for amateurs. Real professional artists go in and they get to work. And all the best ideas come from that process and the work process. Napa is a great area to see composition. I like when I'm driving that I see man's footprint on the land. In a way, I kind of overlay those linear shapes on top of the natural landscape. I start with these amorphous shapes and react to the first shape or line that I put down, but in a way that I'm still trying to balance the composition. Every painting is just a series of events, and you move off of one event to the next. You know, kind of like you choose your own adventure. Finally, you get like this slice, this slide or snapshot of all the events that took place on the canvas. The painting itself should have a feeling by that. You know, it should be its own thing. You doubt a lot of what you've done. There's kind of a faith that you'll get there as long as you work through it and follow decisions that you think are interesting. He's dull. he's dull. He's not a bad start. He needs some opaque layers to start going in on him. I start with those amorphous shapes, and I think that's the landscape influence. And then as the painting moves forward, the actions become more deliberate. I work away from the natural and into the more logical decisions in the piece. I guess it's kind of working in the opposite. So I work from natural shapes to straight lines instead of straight lines to natural shapes. And at the end, you see the hand of the artist, which also gives you an idea of the history of its creation. My work tends towards the warm spectrum. A lot of that is the light in Napa Valley. Light plays a strong part in atmosphere and in memory. This kind of area, it does remind me of mornings in Laguna, like sitting at a bus stop. I remember a lot about the color of the environment, the way the color felt when I was there, whatever place that may have been. I mean, these are all things I think about in my head as I'm painting, so it's weird to be like saying them. What I want my viewer to take away from the painting is that they like it, but they don't know why. I don't want things to be so cut and dry and so laid out for the viewer, but it's something that they haven't seen and creates an atmosphere and an impression and an emotion that they wouldn't have if they didn't see a painting. I know a painting's done when I can sit in front of it for a long time. It lives in the studio, and if I made another mark on it, it would start to be destroying the painting or the end of the painting. When I paint and make a painting, I make a painting that I can live with and that I would enjoy looking at in the morning and enjoy looking at when I come home. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but I paint because I have to. I mean, I create because I have to. There's nothing else I want to do, but even if it feels like really forcing things out, I have to make something. I have to put something out there.